Cinq policiers blessés, 9 personnes arrêtées et des scènes de violence. Les manifestations du 1er mai à Seattle, dans le nord-ouest des États-Unis, ont dégénéré ce dimanche. Le maire de la ville a mis en cause une foule différente de celle des manifestants habituels qui défilent tous les 1er mai pour sensibiliser l'opinion aux questions des conditions de travail et de l'immigration. Mais quelques centaines de personnes entendaient visiblement en profiter pour aller à l'affrontement avec les forces de l'ordre. Des cocktails Molotov ont été lancés, ce à quoi la police a répondu par des tirs de grenades lacrymogènes.
And we also have our crews on the ground who are staying with both the police lines as they are moving and also the protesters as they march. As you can see right here, these folks are...
This is something that I just picked up where the police officer was hurt. It's called a foam baton. I've never seen that before. I don't know if that's a rubber bullet. If somebody could Google this, look this up. But
if people don't disperse, and if you get stuck in the middle of all that, whether you're a, quote, photojournalist or not, you're going to get in the way of police, and they are going to do what they believe they need to do, as they have said. Demonstrators wanting to be seen. Henry?
Yeah, we're at 2nd and Marion, and it looks like one of the protesters, though not one of the masked protesters, has hopped it. They're yelling an obscenity, which you may be able to hear. Probably should break away from the audio, guys.
All right, Henry, we will do that. It's 2nd and Marion, so again, getting down into the heart of the city, into the Pioneer Square neighborhood eventually, as and this is another thing we have come to expect, the screaming and yelling. Again, much of this is about getting attention. Some of it is about breaking windows. Some of it is about, believe it or not, anti-capitalism. But a lot of it is about getting attention, and that's what these people are doing, and they are getting just that. And some probably have legitimate government gripes, and others just want to be out there to get their picture on TV and break a window or two.
They have gotten the attention, but they have not seized control. As we can see, Henry Rossoff is there talking to one of these protesters.
1 second,
Henry, what is his message there?
Hi there, I'm here with Jay, choosing to only use his first name. Jay, what do you want the folks out there to know about why you guys are out here?
I want you to know that we're out here because the society we're living in is gone. It's destroyed. We're living in a fantasy, the freedom and all this other crap. Authority is the only rule there is, and they're crushing us under their boot. the lower classes, there's a war being waged. The police keep talking about a war on crime. It's okay. The police keep talking about a war on crime, a war on drugs, a war on terrorism. They keep declaring these wars, and we keep taking the casualties, and we're sick of it.
What's the end game for you guys? It looks like the police have kind of obstructed your way this year more than in years past. What do you think is going to happen?
That depends on the police. That depends entirely on the police, and if they push us, we will push back.
All right, Jay, thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys, that was perspective from Jay.
To obscene gestures and obscene language. Meantime, we're getting word that the mayor has sent his thoughts to the police officer who was injured in this. You know, Mayor Murray has been quite instrumental in helping to plan how this kind of march, these kinds of marches would happen in his city, and how the police would keep control of whatever the demonstrators are doing. Again, many demonstrators are permitted in the city. This one is not. And police, I'm certain about it, would never permit the so-called anarchists or self-described anarchists. Police right now just marching along beside, asking them to keep moving.
In the street, boy, everybody with a phone also has a camera. And there are lots of cameras that are rolling right now on both sides, both presumably to aid in any prosecution of people who cause damage like that.
I want to show it on TV. Is that okay,
glass
sir?
broken at the Bank
Absolutely.
of America
Yes, absolutely,
right
sir.
there. And also from
Hey,
protesters who may believe that they are not treated fairly by police. Chopper 7 now over this confrontation. Joanna Small, you were watching that. Can you tell us what led up to that? Joanna, can you tell us what is going on, what led up to what we're seeing from Chopper 7?
Wow, well, what we saw was these protesters with the sign in the front, the one that says "We are ungovernable." They've been marching in the front of the protest the entire time. They tried to make a turn. They tried to make a turn away, some sticks being waved in the air, definitely some things being thrown. Police at one point seemed to have a hold of the sign, pushed the protesters back. There was a lot of stir because we've got some people who are running. They're going to approach this group of police officers, so we're staying right over this.
And I'm sorry, Joanna, what direction are they traveling in right now? It's hard to orient ourselves.
They're going south on 2nd, and the first of the people at the front of the group are about to be intercepted by the latest blockade of police officers here.
It's difficult to tell what the cross street is at this point. Could be as far south as Cherry.
It's Yesler, if you can hear me still,
Yesler.
Steve. It's Yesler, 2nd and Yesler. And it looks like there's some more fireworks being deployed, or possibly tactical maneuvers by police. It's tough to tell from up here, but police are moving back as they're approaching.
That
but as a group,
southbound on
and the
2nd.
protesters have definitely...
Joanna, I'm sorry to interrupt you,
definitely
but that's
split up a little bit.
That's clearly quite a bit. Was it smoke? Was that pepper spray? What was that, Henry, we were just seeing?
No, that was smoke from the blast balls that police have been rolling into the crowd. We're going to stop right here because I can give you a good perspective here. As the police press forward, they've been liberally throwing blast balls, maybe 5 or 6 in a row, a pause, 5 or 6 in a row. And what's causing that is that we're seeing the protesters actively throw fireworks and flares at the police. I even saw 1 or 2 of the sticks that are used to hold up to flags being thrown at police. So right now we're kind of in the police line and going to have to hustle forward. But at this point the police are not hesitating to chase the protesters down 2nd Avenue. The blast balls have stopped for the last minute or so, but it appears that we may be getting closer to overall dispersal at this point. You can see police forming up right here.
You can hear the flash grenades, the blast balls going on down the street. But this is the first arrest that we've seen. There may have been others scattered around, but right now this is 2nd and James, and that protester, his mask was taken off. Right now they're patting him down. We ran about a block to get into this. The one thing that they did, I think Henry may have told you this just now, but they have flashbangs trying to move the...
I'll see you guys up the street, okay?
Forgive me, I'm listening to a live play-by-play by the police here, but they're moving those blocks.
And Gary, I'm sorry, where are you 2nd and...
I'm 2nd and James. I'm,
Okay.
at the corner of 2nd and James, and the whole crowd is still moving southbound on 2nd, Monique.
Okay.
Southbound on 2nd, Monique.
Okay.
And as, in fact, take a look at Chopper 7, and we can see the crowd is somewhat broken apart and then trying to reform.